sending Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So a lot of news has gone down this week. It's been quite a busy week. Well, it's been Doctor Who Day. When did we start calling it Doctor Who Day? I don't remember. I really don't remember. Honestly, I haven't had my finger on the pulse of the trends of Doctor Who, current Doctor Who for the last several years, during the Jodie Whittaker years. I wasn't a fan, right? I wasn't a fan. I think it was the opposite from Doctor Who, and nothing to do with her gender. Really, honestly, I would have hated it if it was a bloke too, right? Really, if you have a bloke being a doofus, idiot, conformist as Doctor Who, I would go, yeah, that sucks, right? And if you put those in boring stories with huge plot holes, no characterization, and lots and lots of finger wagging, I wouldn't like it. Regardless, and this is amazing, regardless if Doctor Who had a pee-pee or a vagina, one of the two, it doesn't really make a difference. And regardless if Doctor Who, regardless of the pee-pee or vagina, is a lady or a boy, okay? Doesn't matter, I hated it. I hated it because I think it was the opposite of Doctor Who, which I think is why we're really leading into everything that is Doctor Who right now, right? It's really, really good news, generally all around. I might be wrong, and I've been wrong about things before, but boy, I hope I'm not, because this all looks like it's going to be freaking awesome, right? It's going to be absolutely awesome. So a bunch of, I would say, reasonably big news came out yesterday. Plus, we got a couple of older stories from earlier in the week that we need to go over before we get into it. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are fan-dabby, double-dosing. Now, I'm feeling relatively confident today because normally when I record these videos, I record them on Thursday and put them out on Friday. And then if there's a big news drop, I record it Thursday morning. If there's a big news drop, I have to re-edit it and put the new thing in it. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, right? So I'm taking it doesn't happen often. Today I'm feeling relatively confident because all the big news kind of dropped yesterday, right? I think I'm safe. But who knows? I guess we'll find out. If we find out, Timmy Mallet's coming in as the 16th Doctor. Is he still alive, Timmy Mallet? I guess he must be. He wasn't that old in the 80s. I guess he might. 40 years later. I assume he's still alive, right? I assume if you don't know who Timmy Mallet is, look him up. He's awesome. Timmy Mallet. Okay, my experience with Timmy Mallet is there's two times you watch children's TV shows. I don't want to say Doctor Who's a children's TV show. It's a family show, but I think of it as a children's TV show. There's two times you watch it. When you're a child, you watch Play School, go, not Play School, Teletubbies, whatever it is today, right? You go, oh, yeah, icky wiggy, right? And then when you're a student and you're normally off your face at, 9 in the morning, or whatever time, 3 in the afternoon, or student or just unemployed, loathful 18-year-old, you watch children's program then. So that second phase is when I got Timmy Mallet, and I say I always enjoyed Timmy Mallet, bit Mallet's Mallet. Anyway, I digress. Oh man, I did last digression. Then we're going to get to the news. I'm having a nightmare this morning. The cell service has some problem with it. And so I have my internet through the cell service, and it's a nightmare. I don't know. I'm supposed to do a live stream tonight. I haven't even been able to get enough news stories to work out what my, what the headline of my live stream is going to be, if I can indeed do a live stream, right? I have no idea. It seems to have got a little bit quicker now. I mean, one can only hope. Look, the World Cup's on, then everybody watches it around my way, and they all watch it on their phones, and they're going to want it working. I imagine there's lots of people screaming at the cell company, but it's affecting all the companies, right? I have not, honestly... It's winter's just starting here, right? And they always get shocked, right? I think they had the same in England, but they always shocked, like, oh my God, it's cloudy, it's raining in winter. Oh, who saw that coming? Everybody. Literally everybody over 1 year old, right? If you've done this one time before, you know what's going to happen. Anyway, so I'm hoping by the time I finish filming this, the interwebs will be much more functional, right? That is my hope. That is my prayer. Fine. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are very good. Thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Sign up my Substack. Follow me on Instagram. All those things are fantastic. Let's have a look at this first story. Doink from bit of bleeding cool action for you. Doctor Who Day message from Tennant and Tate. It wasn't really. He said, "Happy Doctor Who Day," and so did Catherine Tate. It is nice to see him, right? It is nice to see him, and he did record the, or they did release today the official. You know when they have the at the end of any YouTube video said, "Oh, please remember to hit the subscribe button," and all the things I don't do, right? Now that was always Jodie Whittaker. So even if it was a news item that I was finding, or a thing I was finding kind of interesting, I was always like, as soon as Jodie came on, I was like, no. So now they changed it, David Tennant. Very, very, very happy about that. Very happy indeed. Fine. Doctor Who Day message. It's not a message. It's not a message. Happy Doctor Who Day is not a bloody message. But okay. Even though fans are still have about a year to go until they get some answers to the questions raised by Jodie Whittaker's final. No, we're not going to have any answers to anything raised by Jodie Whittaker. That's not going to happen, right? We're not going to look at the fob watch. We're not going to see the missing lies. We're not going to work out the mystery of Doctor. None of that is going to happen, right? None of that is going to happen at all. The mystery is why that she regenerated into David Tennant. My guess is a celestial toy maker or some similar such being imprinted him with and took over the regeneration for some nefarious plan, right? That's or just for shits and giggles, right? That's more likely. Rusty Davis doesn't plan on pausing the celebration on all things Doctor Who anytime soon. No. He is full steam ahead. Go for it, Russell. Especially not with the 6th anniversary special event set around this time next year. Yeah, nobody knows when it is. I mean, he did say November 23rd, but that might be in flux a little bit. And I don't get that confused with Doctor Who flux. Got to help us. Especially with the 6th set this time next year. One that sees our current 14th Doctor, David Tennant. Yeah, right. And Catherine Tate, Donna Noble, joining our 15th Doctor, Shooting Gatwa. Told you there were some questions. I don't think they're going to shoot him. I think he might turn up at the end, and he might be in a Christmas special, which, oh, yes, I'm up for that. I'm really up for Shooter's performance, right? I think he's going to do something really interesting with it, right? And Millie Gibson. Millie Gibson causing me a lot of trouble, Millie. You're younger than my youngest son's girlfriend, right? Who's younger than any of my daughters. I still find you incredibly hot, right? Just incredibly, sensationally hot. And honestly, whenever you move, it's kind of like in slow motion for me. What can I tell you? I mean, I think it might be the very blonde thing that does it. Look. I'm a Semitic lad. I'm a Jewish person. Most of the women that in my sphere are not blonde, right? The blondes are more commonly what we call the shiksas, right? That might be a bit of a turn on, right? That might be. Yeah, I always thought it was weird that people told me they're turned on by Jewish women. I was like, well, I guess it's kind of the same thing then. Anyway, yeah. Look. I'm not a one to advocate for burqas, but bloody hell. Millie, darling, Millie, you're a very pretty girl. Maybe want to tone that down a touch, Oh, I did like in the stills with Shooting Gatwa, they did, less sexualize the makeup, right? It seemed more like younger girl, not young girl makeup, like teenager makeup rather than. Very hot hooker makeup, very hot, expensive hooker makeup. Things for the future. So today, being Doctor Who Day, don't know when we started calling it that. The BBC wasted no time sharing some early treats. So I think, and also Rusty Davis. They included a special message from Tennant and Tate. It was a special message. They said Happy Doctor Who Day. That, I mean, again. It was lovely to see his smiling little face. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, was it? I got a screen grab from it. We'll look at that. God help me if I try and download it. I mean, and I will be using this screen grab liberally in my thumbnails. It's great having a little smiley 14th Doctor. Yeah. So basically I'm saying, Happy Doctor Who Day. Good for you, David. Good for you. Very good Doctor. We're doing a Doctor Who Day in honor of the special day, as well as a tribute trailer Looking back on their Who time together, that was okay. What I actually found more interesting, though, I found this randomly. The Doctor Who channel on YouTube was doing a live stream of the bits when doctors met each other. Right, so there, I came on when it was Capaldi with the first Doctor, played by Dave Bradley, then, which I thought was fantastic, and then it went into the second and the sixth Doctors in meeting in the two Doctors, the cleverly titled The Two Doctors, but that took them some time to come up with. With blah blah blah, but first. A look at the special anniversary logo that, to honor the Diamond's anniversary in 2023, followed by new key art updating the Doctor's lives. Well, sort of. So this logo is something we need to talk about. When the Diamond logo first came back, the Tom Baker logo. Hang on a second, let me pull that up. Doink. Right, so when this logo first came back, right, we're like, oh, it's a diamond. They must be doing that for the 60th anniversary. And at that time, I said, you know what? I think this logo is going to be around for a lot longer, right? Because the money that goes into branding an item, right, is huge. It's absolutely huge, and it's a big deal to rebrand and re-logo something. It's a genuine, very, very big deal. So I didn't think they would be rushing to it, but a lot of people thought, oh, we're going to get this diamond logo, and then when Shooty starts, we're going to get the new Shooty logo. No, I think we got the Tom Baker diamond logo at least until 2025. My guess is 26 or even 27. I think that is very endemically the Doctor Who logo. And it makes sense they would want to use that because they really, really want to tie the past and the future together, right? They really want to bond those two aspects together. And the past is the past, and they don't want to like flush it away. I think that's really a reaction to the Chris Chibnall Doctor Who, and I would say the failure of the Chris Chibnall Doctor Who, where it was all like, let it burn the past, let it die, right? Yeah, no, we're here because of the past. Don't be a slave to the past. Don't just repeat what the past does, but don't burn it to the ground either, because you can't work out how to work with it. If you can't work out how to work with it, then move on. And an indication they didn't know how to work with it is in this picture. Now, again, nice seeing a bit of David Tennant as the 14th Doctor, and he's also in as the 10th Doctor. That's kind of cool. The Jodie Whittaker and the Joe Martin, I'm like, oh, really? Do you have to put them in? Especially Joe Martin. And again, why do I not like the Joe Martin Doctor being included? Because why not include the Schalke Doctor as well, for God's sake? Why don't you include Peter Cushing? Why don't you include Trevor Martin? In fact, that might actually be what if I actually get to do a thumbnail for my live stream today, assuming my interwebs start working again. Who knows what dares to dream? If that ever actually happens, I might do a pastiche of this, right? Yeah, with all those like Erstats doctors who aren't really real. And I'm sorry, the Joe Martin Doctor makes no sense. Was she a future Doctor or a past Doctor? This is something that you really need to sort out, or a Doctor from parallel dimension. Yeah, to have like validity. You need to have some kind of like story that makes some kind of sense, right? And there is none. It's not a mystery. It's just bad writing, right? Is all it is. So I really hope we don't see them on the post again. But right now Rusty Davies is very, very carefully juggling fandom, which is strange, really, because I don't think fandom is that a significant factor for them, right? But they're very, very, very. He's very gently juggling fandom with the approved face of fandom, trying to integrate in the people who like me who didn't really like the Jodie Whittaker Doctor. I think he wants a united fandom, because a united fandom will work as a very, very good way of promoting his Doctor Who. Right, and also I think maybe he likes United fandom, right? Maybe he likes people not at each other's throats. So, and I think he's really doing his best to do that, right? So, I mean, again, I hate the Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who. I absolutely hate it. I do not think it's Doctor Who. I've retconned it out in my mind. But I understand that people who do like it, right? So, okay, fine. I just hope we don't see any of these multi-doctor pictures for a while, because there's just too many of them there now. And again, Jodie Whittaker, Jodie Whittaker, and the Dr. Ruth. Yeah, no, it's just kind of stupid, right? Just kind of stupid. And here's a look at the Tennant and Tate offering an official welcome to the start of Doctor Who Day. Yeah, it was them saying, Happy Doctor Who Day! Happy Doctor Who Day! In honor of their return next November, they're on a tribute trailer of the 10th and 14th Doctor. I mean, that's nice. I mean, I know all off the top of my head. Doctor Who checking with Shooter Gatwa and Millie Gibson. Always check in with Millie Gibson, okay? As much as you can, check in with her, right? I'm fine with that. I'm totally cool with that. But again, I do like how they desexualize her look somewhat while still maintaining she's a very attractive female, right? So for a look at Gibson and Gatwa and Gibson together, and the early chemistry that they've already had together. Fine, so we looked at all this stuff, right? And you see, I mean, the side boob there doesn't really help me. I'm sorry there, Millie. I'm doing my best. But this is them saying, yay, Miller's the best ever. And look, I'm perfectly happy to say that. I'm perfectly happy to say that. She seems pretty darn good to me. Right? She does seem pretty darn good to me. So there it goes on with comicbook.com. Is this comicbook.com? Yeah, this is a real shilly website. So new look at David Tennant's return, 60th anniversary logo, blah, blah, blah. So the other, it's Doctor Who Day, and the BBC is celebrating my revealing logo. We did that. Including and a new key artwork of incarnations of the Doctor. We've seen that, including David Tennant's 14th Doctor. Doctor Who Day celebrates the airing of blah blah blah. First episode. Logo creating the 6th anniversary of the same use for the Disney one, but it's a diamond, obviously. So I basically like this. They're talking about Paradox for some reason. I like, by the way, you can't really see it over here, but the black and white version of the logo that's superimposed on this piece of artwork. I believe it's by Lee Binding. Yeah, look. I mean, again, I'm always happy for a new piece of Doctor Who artwork. Interesting enough, though, that's not the Jodie TARDIS by the looks of it, right? And Jodie TARDIS had a different light on the top. That looks like the Tennant TARDIS. I don't know. Listen, I'm not really a maven on these things, right? I don't really know it to its core, shall we say? But that's a nice bit of artwork. Lee Binding, assuming it is him. Always good. It's always good to have like more artwork for me to play with. As for my thumbnails. So the first big piece of the news was the release of this action set. These action set. No, these Doctor Who regeneration set from character options. So this looks like a way of trying to find some way of selling Jodie sculpts, right? Just some way. They must have had quite a few heads left over. It looks like it was all put together from existing things. Obviously, you have to do a repaint and retool. It's not free, but there's no sculpt involved. And the sculpt of David Tennant looks a little bit dodgy, but this is a beautiful looking set, and it's selling like hotcakes. I think it might have already sold out. Right? If you can pre-order, it's good, because this is going to go for quite some money on eBay, and let's see why. It's time to regenerate, a treat for all the fans of Doctor Who. Watch as head product development Al Dua unboxes. I'm trying to show you how bad my internet is. We're trying to download it for about an hour. This 7-minute video. Hopefully, assuming my internet was working enough to do a live stream tonight, I'm going to look at that video on my live stream, and I might splice it into this, or I might make it its own video. I think I'll probably make it its own video. So the regeneration set takes inspiration from the fantastic finale of Power of the Doctor episode featuring 13th Doctor's 13th Doctor's final story, where she faces the 14th, where the face of the 14th Doctor is revealed after the 13th Doctor epic final battle. It wasn't really an epic final battle, right? She won and then was shot by a giant glowy hairball thing, right? But yeah, so look, it looks like there's a new sculpt going on for the David Tennant, right? It definitely looks like that. But this does look like it was mixed and matched. I mean, it's exactly what it's supposed to look like. It was mixed and matched the Jodie Whittaker figure, right? And I think they probably wanted to do two versions, one with Jodie Whittaker and one with Sacha Dhawan, but they knew it wouldn't sell, didn't they? And then again, you got to do a whole new sculpt for his head. The set includes 13th Doctor action figure and Sonic Screws and 14th Doctor action figure, both 5.5 scale, 14 centimeters? Oh, 14 centimeters, yes. I was thinking millimeters. I'm like, no! That's bigger than that. It's way bigger than that. The 13th Doctor is presented in the taunting multi-Doctor outfit inspired by a past incarnations after forcing regenerate into the Master. I think it was quite a good idea, and honestly, I don't know why they didn't. Well, I know why they didn't. They should have had that as a publicity still. Jodie in that outfit as a publicity still, and also Sacha Dhawan in the same outfit also as a publicity still. I think that would have generated some interest and excitement, but I think at the BBC and with Christian Moore, there wasn't any interest and excitement, right? There was a striking dearth of both interest and excitement with their Doctor Who, considering how badly it went down. I mean, look, you could just see the action figures that were brought out for the Jodie range compared to the other ones. It is non-existent. However, if I'm intrigued. See, this is what I would do. I want to know if the coat comes off, if you have the sleeves off this this Doctor, right? I don't know. So incarnation. This has been this figure of the 13th Doctor has been modified to be correct to the detailed look of the Doctor's outfits in the story, with details from the 2nd, 4th, 5th, 7th, and 10th Doctor's iconic outfits. Okay, 2nd is the trousers. 4th is the scarf, obviously. 5th is the celery. 7th is the jacket. But where's the 10th? Is she wearing sneakers? No, she's still wearing her stupid shoes. Where's the? Well, I don't know. What's the? Is it the shirt? Maybe is the shirt the 10th? Right, that's why the sleeves are longer. Could be. I don't know. Replicated in detail, and look, I can understand why this will be the best-selling Jodie figure, right? It's because it's fun. I keep saying that Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who never was. It's fun. It's like a novelty, right? I'm kind of tempted myself because I got a full range of the action figures, above my desk over here. But I never got the Jodie figure because, boy, I really didn't like Doctor Who, right? And I didn't think she was Doctor Who by the time it became available. But yeah, listen, look, it basically, she's in this outfit, she's kind of like going, legitimize me, which you're doing, which is why people are buying this set. It's amongst the reasons people are buying the set. The set is, we're going to look at it in more detail in a second. The set is freaking beautiful. The second figure introduces a brand new figure of the 14th Doctor, yes, which features a brand new look, including the head sculpt with unique hair. Now, I understand these are just prototypes and they're a bit better in real life. With unique hair as well as the outfit, which features the dark textured blue calf length coat, rumple plaid waistcoat, and it's a waistcoat. I thought it was a jacket without. Well, I guess that's what a waistcoat is. Jacket without sleeves. Waistcoat and trousers. Heavy white silver tie. What? Oh, heavy weave silver tie and grey plimsolls. This figure also includes ball jointed shoulders for added articulation. Okay, we like a bit of added articulation. The figures are presented in a brand new fifth panel window box format. What? With a unique graphic look. Yes, this thing. The product design is gorgeous. The pack graphics have been designed with a bold and fresh feature. Bold and to look bold and fresh and feature bright white matte cardstock with a high gloss UV overprint. Oh boy, I bet that looks nice. That means that it's going to be like a matte, like, it's a not shiny box, and then but the logo isn't kind of like this glowy. It's like somewhat reflective, right? That's going to look really nice, man. And you can see they put a bit of extra money into this. That picks out the details of the new logo for the 14th Doctor era. The flip opens from a panel and has a cutout lozenge shape, which reveals the name, the set name, and then leads us into the pack proper. The inside of the panel reveals brief bios of the characters and short synopsis on the right window, displaying both figures against a swirling vortex theme background. Yeah, listen, their backgrounds are always good. This distinctive set is really unique, something to add to your special add to a Doctor Who collection. And will surprise the light fans, collectors like. Yeah, listen, I think this is a clever idea, right? I think this is a clever. Let's have a look at a bit more detail. Because again, the product design of this is freaking awesome, right? Absolutely awesome. Let's see what they say about the 14th Doctor. The 14th Doctor, just like the 10th, is on an intriguing mixture of apparent opposites. Okay, he's saying he's like David Tennant. Okay, they're just saying exactly like David Tennant. But look, this is what it looks like when you open it up. This is what it looks like closed. And look at that. That is freaking gorgeous, right? That is absolutely freaking gorgeous. I get the feeling this is the packaging for action figures moving on right now. I mean, it's just lovely, right? And then we see him out. We see him in more detail. Yeah, look. It's the best product they brought out in many years, right? It really is. It's the best product they brought out in many years. And from what I understand, it's already sold out. So good for them, right? Absolutely good for them. Fine. That wasn't the only new merchandise announced yesterday. We actually had a very, very, very big deal, right? This very big deal of this one. Big Finish had thrown its hat into the 6th anniversary and let us know what they're planning on doing, which is not what I thought it would be, right? But I find this very interesting and exciting. Big Finish marks the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who with a mammoth 8-part full-cast audio drama series beginning in May 23. Doctor Who once and future stars, and I think some more as well. Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann, Christopher Eccleston, and David Tennant, with dozens more casts to be revealed. Yes. So this sounds like it's the 5 Doctors on complete steroids, you know, like that, turned up to 11, right? There will never come a time when we don't need a hero like the Doctor, Stephen Moffat has famously said in the past. Yeah, I'm more so than ever in 2018 to 2022. Really needed one then. And Big Finish is offering an excellent 60th anniversary reminder of that very sentiment. Since landing in 1963, the Doctor has made history as one of the world's longest-running action-adventure TV shows. As we head to the anniversary, it's time to revisit the past and commemorate the legacy of those who have come before. Fine. So what's the plan, right? What's the plan for the story? The Time War. So that means it must have Jonathan Carey as well as the War Doctor in it. The Doctor has been... I mean, I don't know why they didn't announce him as well. If we're going to say it's set in the Time War. The Doctor has been injured and brought to a Time Lord Field Hospital. I mean, it could be the McGann Doctor, but why? And frankly, I really think they should be highlighting their own castings as Doctor. I think Stephen Noonan or Dave Bradley's first Doctor should get a look in, as should either Fraser Hines or what's his name? Which Troughton's son is doing it? David Troughton, Michael Troughton's second Doctor, Tim Trelaw's third Doctor. I really think they should get a look in, right? It seems strange to me that they're not. Fine. And actually, that was one of my big complaints with the light at the end, which I thought was excellent. I love the light at the end, right? It was their anniversary story for the 50th. I just wish that they it had the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th Doctor in it, and it really worked for 8th. Yeah, it had the 8th, the 8th Doctor in it, and it really worked very well. I just wish on their swanky, hardback book packaging release that they says out, they did an additional story, like a companion chronicle, with the first three Doctors, right? Of what they were doing at the time. Fine, the Time Lord. The Doctor has been injured and brought to a Time Lord field hospital. His body glows with energy, but this is no regeneration into a future form. Instead, the Doctor's past faces begin appearing as he flips happily between incarnations. So this is what we all thought was going to happen with Jodie Whittaker, right? This is how we thought they were going to bring back the old incarnation Doctor. Maybe the rumor machine got the wires crossed, essentially, right? And they said this is this and that is that. Maybe could well be. Staggering into the TARDIS, the Doctor sets out to solve the mystery of his degeneration. Again, they're not having Jodie in it. I think they missed the trick with the word degeneration. Who has done this to him? How and why? From the Earth to the stars, across an array of familiar times and places, he follows clues to retrace his steps, encountering old friends and enemies along the way. Oh, so he's taking a trip through his life, right? Tumbling through his cells, the Doctor must stop his degeneration before he loses himself completely. Producer David Richardson said, an astonishing array of talent has come on board to be part of this epic 8-hour story. Now, something I like about this, which I really didn't like about one they've done a couple of these big crossover events. Basically, after Light the End did very well, they wanted, we should do that again, right? So they tried, and none of them really worked so well, because they're like, Legacy of the Doctor, I think, was 6 hours, and they dumped it in one go. I like this spreading this out over 6 months, actually more. The last part's in 2024. An astonishing rare talent has come on board for this epic 8-hour story, anniversary story. It's huge. Huge. It's a huge. I can't stop. Okay, whenever I see the word said huge, I go to Trump. It's huge. Donald Trump party and Donald Trump party. Doctor Who party. Ah, God, man, you want to watch out for that. And a massive celebration that has been years in the making. The series will be released monthly with the first 7 parts materializing between May and October, with a final coda a year later in 2024. That's interesting. Now, David Warner did talk about doing a story with Christopher Eccleston. Maybe this is it, right? Maybe this is it, and maybe this will be like his final release. Who knows? Doctor Who, Once the Future, a multiple Doctor story. The multiple Doctor story fans crave. Yes, actually it is. Right, actually, listen, do you remember Zagreus when they did the 40th anniversary and said, yeah, we're going to put lots of Doctors in it? No one's playing the Doctor. Right? They're going to be playing absolute different people. You'll be fine with it. We didn't like it. It didn't really work very well. Each story runs approximately 60 minutes, with the first 7 stories released monthly, May 23 to October 23, and the 8th story releasing on November 24. Directors Ken Bentley, Helen Goldwyn, Matt Fitton, and Robert Valentine are serving as, with Matt Fitton and Robert Valentine serving as script editors. Not the best news, right? That's not the best news. I'm buying this set, right? They're pricing it right as well, I think. David Richardson producers, with Nick Briggs, Jason Haig Ellery as executive producers. I would like to know more before I put my money down. Frankly, you got to bring your A team for the writing talent for this one. Now, here's a look at the intel you need on the 2 editions available. You can either pre-order the £75 limited edition CD collection and download, or $62 download only. Now, I'm going to make a guess. So that's the pre-order, right? On January release, it goes up. So you're paying £84 for the limited edition CD collection and £68 for the download, right? So it's worth getting beforehand. Pre-order. So you pre-order the 70. What? What I'm saying? Okay, limited edition bundle. Okay, pre-order £75 limited edition CD collection and download, or £62 download only. So in general release, it's £84. So this must be the standard edition. For an extra, you can save £3 and get the get the collector's edition, not the limited edition. What's the difference, right? And 60 on the download. What the hell? I'm paying the extra £3. Leave me alone. I'm totally paying it. So the general release, it goes up to 80 or 66, right? You can buy them individually for $8.99 download or $10.99 disc. I only get things in download. So you can order it now. All its stories will be be pre-ordered separately, $8.99 each. Listen, look, I think this is probably going to be pretty good, right? That's my guess. This looks like it's probably going to be pretty good. They've been building up to it for quite some time. So this is good news, right? Good news. Somebody's name missing from there though is Peter Capaldi. Peter Capaldi has had no interest in returning to Doctor Who, right? None whatsoever. Is that changing, right? Is that changing? Now, when we look at this story over here, this is Peter Capaldi basically hanging out with Ncuti Gatwa. That's essentially the story. Peter Capaldi was given an outstanding contribution BAFTA. And he spoke very warmly about Doctor Who and about Ncuti Gatwa. And how what a great time he's going to have doing it. But I might be navel gazing. I might be like, this is just my confirmation bias and looking and seeing things that aren't there. Again, I love that Eighth Doctor line. Oh, I love humans, always seeing patterns and things that aren't there. Right? So I might be doing that. But my belief is that Peter Capaldi was essentially fired. I mean, in the nicest way possible, was fired to make room for Jodie Whittaker. You know, the prevailing opinion at the time at the BBC was that Doctor Who had to be not white or male, because white males have had their day. Time to move on and let other people have a go. That's how they viewed life. It was a bit bonkers, right? It was a bit bonkers because it just turned out they made TV shows that nobody wanted to watch. And then the BBC were like, well, you're all big racists then because you don't want to watch our mind-numbingly awful shit. No. We don't want to watch your mind-numbing awful shit because it's mind-numbingly awful shit, right? The same reason people don't want to watch the MCU, right? Because it's mind-numbingly awful shit. It's you really can't underplay that, right? You really can't underplay that. But I never saw him with Jodie Whittaker, right? I heard him speak nicely about her. I heard him speak graciously about her. I never saw him with Jodie Whittaker. And now I would love somebody like Christopher Eccleston, who clearly, deeply cares about the craft of acting, right? Really, genuinely, deeply cares about the craft of acting, to watch Jodie Whittaker's performance in Doctor Who, right? And then with a straight, I doubt his acting ability is strong enough to get him to be able to say, oh, she was the bestest ever, right? I really think that's highly unlikely, right? Because the only reason people like Christopher Eccleston and Colin Baker said, oh, Jodie's fantastic, so good. Oh, we love Jodie. Jodie's the best, because they haven't seen it, right? And they've just been told that the only people not liking it are racists and bigots who hate her because she has a vagina. No. The vagina is the least of the troubles, right? It really genuinely is the least of the worries. But anyway, I think because of that experience, Peter Capaldi was bitter towards the BBC and Doctor Who, and really had no interest in going back whatsoever. It seems that he's kind of happy handing over somewhat to shoot at this point. This seems like a cathartic moment. So here, let me look before I really I'll show you the pictures that they put out. We got this one again, a very nice one. Then they have a bit of a laugh together. This one, which I think is very. Again, I love the. I love Peter Capaldi's smile. I really do. I love this Doctor. But this one I really like when he did his Doctor look, right? It seems to me there's some kind of softening going on, right? Again, might be looking into it. But, I can imagine that, he feels like he's handed over to an actor who's going to do interesting and great things with the role, a role that he loves, right? And he hasn't handed over to a checkbox, which which is what Jodie Whittaker essentially was, right? And I think it made it worse that it was awful, right? But I think it made it better that it failed completely, right? So I think all those things added together, maybe a lunch with Rusty Davis said, oh, yeah, I would love to see you back to a 4-part series. Oh, just imagine, that's what we're doing now. Lots of Doctor Who. You can be Doctor Who forever. Yeah, what would you like as Doctor Who? Might talk him into it. And see their energy together. I would love to see a 12 and if Shooter's 15th Doctor crossover. They just like how can I put it? Their body language is so different, right? But I still think they're very much going to be Doctor Who. So let's have a quick read of this. Doctor Who fans thrilled as Ncuti Gatwa and Peter Capaldi come face to face with former Doctor Who and incoming Time Lord. The former Doctor Who and incoming Time Lord met last night at the BAFTA Scottish Awards. While Doctor Who fans got to see Ncuti Gatwa, Ncuti Gatwa, the next Doctor, and his new companion. Please, can I see more of the new companion? That seems to be an ongoing thing for me. Yes, I would like to see more of that new companion, Millie Gibson, this weekend. The Time Lord antics didn't stop there. As there with Gatwa bumping into the last Scot to take on the role, Peter Capaldi, at yesterday's Scottish BAFTAs. Now, I'm kind of into having a crossover between Sylvester McCoy, Ncuti Gatwa, and Peter Capaldi now. I think that might be good. I think that might be kind of fun. I mean, would you throw in David Tennant as well, even though he didn't play it as Scottish? I don't know. But yeah, would have I seen that? Fans of the long-running BBC sci-fi drama can't get enough of the two Doctors meeting at last night's BAFTA Scotland Awards, where Peter Capaldi received the outstanding blah blah blah. I need them to work together, one tweeter wrote, and another one shared a picture of the Capaldi showing off his 12th Doctor stance with Gatwa. We just looked at that. Peter Capaldi showing his pose to Ncuti Gatwa, and Ncuti having a time of his life. Right, exactly. Capaldi played from 2013 to 2017, should be until 2022. Wouldn't that have been awesome? I suspect Ncuti knows this already because I can see this is his quote from his speech. I suspect Ncuti knows this already because I can see it in his heart and see it in him. He's about to discover how beautiful and wonderful, beautiful and cosmic the human race can really be. Peter Capaldi is the 16th person to receive the blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. So I don't know. Is it wishful thinking? Yes. It's 100% wishful thinking, right? I really wish this is the case. Yes, it's wishful thinking. Is it possibly true? Could be, baby. Could be. So there you go. Bit of a news roundup. Happy Doctor Who Day, everybody. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.